All right. Good evening, everybody watching the stream. Hello, hello. It is me, Chase Oliver 68, bringing you another Sunday Q&A. I am so sorry if the microphone quality isn't the same or anything. My Samsung G-Track, the USB cable that I use, unfortunately, it crapped out. But I'm using my Logitech. It won't sound as crisp, but as long as you guys can still hear me, that's all that matters towards me. So yeah, I just want to thank you guys so much. We're doing another Sunday Q&A. I'll try to keep this as like the usual time we can do like Q&As, mainly just because I'm already on in creator mode when I do the Around the Point show with Heel Steven. So it kind of like, it's a nice little transition because after the Q&A show, after doing Around the Point, I can come on talk to you guys about anything and everything that you guys want to talk about. Yagon Keen, since you're in the chat, can you let me know how I sound? I know it's not the best sound quality right now. I just want to make sure you guys can hear me. As long as you guys can hear me, that's all that matters, man. This is not a dumb question. What is your opinion on olives? I like olives. Black olives are my particular favorite. I do enjoy a martini with some nice green olives as well. So yeah, I like olives. Timothy, nice to see you again, man. Haven't seen you in a minute. But yeah, just let me know how I sound, guys. So, okay, cool, perfect. As long as you guys can hear me, that's all that matters. Like I said, apologies once again. Just the microphone broke. Been rocking with my mom, my man Chase for 7 years. Yes, sir, Dre Smooth. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate that. I mean, I hear you. I hear you. Dolph Ziggler back in the day, man. How does Chase Oliver see Daredevil Born Again going to be about? Oh, interesting. I wonder if it's like a soft reboot. I wonder if they're going to make it where it's like he already has been Daredevil for some years. If there's like a time, I wonder if he's going to be in like Echo. Like if Echo is going to be he's going to be like Echo as like a surprise character. I think he was announced, right? Charlie Cox and him, and Kingpin were announced for Echo. I could be wrong on that. There's a lot of Comic-Con news. That came out. San Diego Comic Con is like pretty much like the WrestleMania of all Comic Cons. That's where all the big news drops and everything. I do suggest going to it if you are in the area. Yes, man. It's always good to see, like, especially some, like, I always get like giddy when I see subscribers I haven't seen in a minute because then it's like, oh man, dude, I haven't seen that guy in a minute. And then I see them and I'm like, oh, dude, that's awesome. Like, they still want to check out my videos every once in a while. So it's always nice. Like I totally understand. We all have lives, we all can't guarantee that like, oh yeah, this person's gonna be around. Like, so it's nice to know that it's like, oh, we have like, it's like it's just nice to have people still come to the channel every once in a while. You know what I'm saying? Like that's always nice to me. So thank you. Even if you don't watch every video, I appreciate the support. By the way, give a like on this video. It helps the algorithm. Kingpin's back. Yeah, he actually he's in Hawkeye, that show. How does Chase see Secret Wars going? Oh, man, it's gonna be, that's more of I gotta see Fantastic Four first. I know that's kind of a cop-out answer, but they have to be the main focus of Secret Wars. I don't see anything else being the main focus of Secret Wars except for the Fantastic Four. To be honest, I think Secret Wars should be good. They're definitely going to set up the black suit. Like Spider-Man's going to get the black suit. That's how he's going to get his version of Venom in the Secret Wars. And I don't know how the internals are going to play into it or anything. Yeah, it's going to be interesting how that goes. What do I think about Black Adam so far? Black Adam looks promising. I don't know. I don't know. I don't like The Rock in serious roles. I feel like The Rock is very good when he can mix comedy and serious acting, like Jumanji, like him and Jumanji. I think The Rock's best role is actually Central Intelligence. I tell people that's my favorite role he's played out of all his big screen stuff. But like this feels like a Rampage or like what was that one where he was like on top of a sky tower, like the skyscraper? I think it was just called Skyscraper. This reminds me of one of those movies where it's just like it's not a bad movie, but it's like nothing really stood out for me with The Rock in it. With Daredevil being 80 episodes, I think John Bertino's Punisher is going to appear. Most likely, yeah. I think Punisher is definitely a good one that you could probably see in that show. Maybe Elektra as well. Thoughts on Shazam's Fury of God trailer? I'm not too familiar with Shazam like that, like the real Mr. Marvel or the real, like Captain Marvel, whatever you want to call him. I'm not familiar with his stories all that much. My problem with the original Shazam, I really like the original Shazam, the first Shazam. I shouldn't say original, it's the first. I like the first Shazam. It's just the first Shazam, its tone was all over the place. Like it was just like a all over the place type movie. And this movie felt kind of like the same way, man, where it just felt like all over the place. Like there's going to be some good jokes in there, but then it's going to be some darkness. And I mean, it should be fine. I'd rather want to see Shazam, interact with other DCEU heroes. It's been a long time coming, but Vince needed to go. Yep, he finally handed up. No more Vincent Kennedy McMahon in the WWE. Have I seen Multiverse and Love and Thunder yet? If so, what did you think? Multiverse versus Madness, I actually thought was pretty solid. Like, I it does its job. I don't think Multiverse versus Doctor Strange is like. I don't feel like he needs his own movies. I feel like he's fine just being who he is, but I don't think he needs his own movies like that. So I felt Doctor Strange was okay, and then Thor, I wasn't big on Thor. Like the comedy was fine, but then it was just kind of like the tone shift with the last 30 minutes. It was weird. Marvel Studios and Kevin Feige were smart for putting Daredevil and She-Hulk, considering that's the only way people are going to watch. I think She-Hulk would have been successful even without like Daredevil. My personal opinion, it looks like a good show. I feel like all the Marvel shows have been pretty solid. Best baby faces and heels in the MCU. I'm only going to give one of each. Babyface would be Captain America. Heel, you could look at it in many different ways, but Thanos has to be the number one heel, to be honest. So, yeah, you can look at it in many different ways. I saw the leaks of Wonder Woman appearing in Shazam Period Gods. Good, considering it would give momentum for Wonder Woman again. Oh yeah, especially after that terrible sequel. She had to have that is the most jarring quality I've ever seen. Where the sequel was so like the original was so good, but the sequel was so ass. Like I've never seen a sequel that was so bad, like that. It's amazing how dipped in quality it took. Absolutely amazing. Let's see what other questions we got going on. That's cool that Wonder Woman's in there. By the way, if you guys like have spoilers or for anything, please be cognizant of people who try to avoid that, please. Don't just like go willy-nilly on the comment section, because we gotta be cognizant. Not everyone's gonna be keeping up with the news or everything like that. So just please be cognizant of other people's, like preference. You just saying, like, if you feel like should I type this? Maybe you shouldn't type it. Venom Hernandez says, "Sup, Chase? How have you been? Good. I've been great, man. Going to Nashville this week, so it's gonna be fun. Gonna be a fun time in Nashville. Gonna enjoy myself. Gonna be with good company. So I'm super excited for it, man." Hamza has the Connor vibe more than Patty does. Not really. Hamza has more skills than Patty does, but Patty has actual charisma. The X-Men ain't going to appear for a while. Yeah, I think they're still trying to work on who they want as a team. I feel like a lot of the projects you're going to see the X-Men in with Marvel, it's more like Marvel testing the waters to see, like, okay, who else can we put on? Because, like, for sure, Jean Grey, Cyclops, Wolverine, they're going to be in the movies. Now you got to figure out the side characters. So, thoughts on the Jonathan Gresham situation? Jonathan Gresham is not in the wrong, in my personal opinion. I think that AEW needs to work on having a better, role of, of communication. I feel communication in AEW is weak right now. I feel Jonathan Gresham, he showed so much loyalty to Ring of Honor. He was expected to be rewarded that loyalty. Tony Khan said, "Nope, I ain't gonna be loyal to you, man. Sorry about that, bro. You are who you are. You're not my guy." And that ended up happening, and Jonathan Gresham pretty much got upset about it. I understand both parties' point of views. I'm more in, the Jonathan Gresham camp of these point of views. Hamzat versus Nate. So the real life way will be Hamzat goes in and destroys Nate Diaz within one round, solidifying himself as a crazy human being. How I see it going is I feel Hamzat's ego will get in the way. I feel Nate Diaz will catch him a couple times. Nate Diaz winning is not out of the picture. Hamzat had showed a lot of flaws in that Gilbert Burns fight, and also too, I like something about this fight. It's not gonna end in a normal circumstance. I'm going to be on record when I say this. This fight is going to be ending in the most bizarre way ever. Bizarre. Like I said, normal world, Hamzat destroys Nate within one round and he becomes a huge megastar. Now, I don't know. I don't know, to be honest, because like I feel like Nate could easily win via doctor stoppage because Hamzat gets a weird cut, you know? Did you hear that Rock got booed a little bit at Comic Con? He got booed. Well, he's a bad guy, so he has to get booed. did he make the same face at the Rumble where he's like, who should be John Jones' first opponent at heavyweight? I know they want to rush to Francis, but I like the idea of John Jones versus Stipe. I think that's a great first fight. You get to see how big John Jones is, and he's facing one of the most technically skilled heavyweights in the heavyweight division. So yeah, I think it should be Stipe. How does Chase see a Sean O'Malley Yan fight going, and how does he see hand-me-downs versus Charles going? Sean O'Malley and Yan, probably is Peter Yan just destroying Sean O'Malley, hitting him with hard leg kicks. O'Malley does have range, and he could probably catch him with a huge straight that gets Yan going. I do feel like O'Malley feels like he can beat Peter Yan, which is pretty good confidence level, but I don't think it's going to go how he envisions it. And then hand-me-downs versus Charles, do Bronx via knockout. Hand-me-downs is chinny, bro. That guy's chin is not as strong as his cousins. 2 Avengers movies in 1 year. Yep, it's going to be great. Chase, do you think Johnny Gargano versus Tommaso Ciampa is the main event night 1 or night 2 of WrestleMania? Who's WrestleMania? Yours? I mean, definitely not WWE's WrestleMania. Maybe NXT's WrestleMania. Maybe TakeOver Stand and Deliver, night 1 main event, but bizarre. I see an early Tigo or decision W for Hamzat against Nate, although it can end early in a stoppage. Yeah, it's going to be a weird fight, though. Do you think any wrestler in WWE will benefit from the switch to TV 14? No. Being honest, no. NXT is TV 14. Who benefits there? Maybe like a guy like Tony D'Angelo, but other than that, no. Best babyface tweener and heel in Yu Yu Hakusho. Babyface, Kuwabara, tweener, Yusuke, and then heel Taguro. How did I like the Wakanda Forever trailer? Romeo. It was a beautiful trailer. That trailer got me choked up. They did a great job with that trailer, with the music, everything. It got me more hyped up for the movie. You know, I was like, I'm the biggest Ryan Coogler fan you will ever meet. I think he just produces nothing but bangers. I know he's had some misses, but Coogler for me is one of the best directors that you'll see, man. Like he just knows how to get the most out of his actors. He knows who to cast. Like he just kills it in my personal opinion. He keeps movies simple. Like he just keeps the movies simple. Creed is one of my favorite movies. Fruitvale Station's an underrated classic in my personal opinion. I think the only miss he had is really Space Jam, but I think he just worked on that movie. I don't think he was like really a director in that. I think he just worked on it. But yeah, no, Coogler, one of the best directors, and I just feel like he's just going to kill it with Wakanda Forever. I think it's going to be one of the best MCU movies. I mean, Black Panther is already in my top 10. I believe it's like top 5, top 6. Because once Shang-Chi came out, I became like a huge Shang-Chi fanboy. What are your thoughts about Tony Khan tweet after Vince announced his retirement? I thought it was harmless. Like, why are we getting mad over a stupid ass tweet? It's a tweet. The guy's just having fun. He's just trolling. Look, he's a fan at the end of the day. Tony Khan's a fan at the end of the day. He's gonna have dude. If a fan made that tweet, he was going to what's it called? They would have laughed. They would have said, "Oh my god, this is hilarious." So yeah, man. Logan Paul versus Knoxville, night 1 or night 2 of a future Mania? Oh God, night 1. That feels like a night 1. Or no, night 2. Johnny Knoxville did good night 2. Best babyface and heel in the DCAU. Babyface Batman, heel the writers. Yeah, dude, Wakanda Forever is gonna be great, man. Yeah, man, Comic Con killed it, man. I collect Funkos. Obviously, you guys can see there. So I got excited for some of the Funko announcements. I was like, okay, that's sick. We got some good Funko announcements. The No Way Home pops are coming, and I'll make sure I get all those 3 Spider-Man pops, man. Like that's gonna be some sick stuff right there. So unpopular opinion: Roman Reigns killed WWE. I mean, maybe damaged the main event scene, but I want to say he killed WWE. Definitely did some harm to that main event scene because the main event scene has kind of been built around Roman Reigns a little bit too strongly. But I wouldn't say kill it. How would Vince McMahon's legacy be if he wasn't on creative in like '03? Um, Probably a lot more celebrated. Like a lot of people would probably be like, "Oh, dude, remember when Vince he was just writing like the best wrestling TV ever, and now we're stuck with this, that, or the other." I think Vince would have done a lot better if he probably stepped back a lot sooner. That's my opinion. I'm only triggered because Jason Brown been Impact CEO since 2016, and Impact's YouTube got a million more subs than AEW. So I don't want to hear the longest running major CEO. Actually, I think Jason Brown got replaced. Did he or did he not? I thought they did. Some show I was listening to broke it down about Impact. Yeah, I feel like the initial heel turn worked out. I just think that overall, though, I feel the heel turn worked out for people who've been begging and dying for it, but then most fans didn't like it because they made Roman a little bit too strong of a heel. Heels have to have some vulnerabilities, and besides Roman getting mad, what's it called? Getting mad about his cousins. He doesn't have any vulnerabilities. Like he's always winning matches. WWE needs Vince Russo. I don't think they need Vince Russo. What's up, Jackhammer City? Best babyface and heel in current boxing? This is not a question for me. I would have to ask Nate this question. Uh, I feel like heel babyface. I guess Canelo by default, but I wouldn't even call him a babyface. Heel. Uh, Depends on what you look at in a boxer. Honestly, Yagan King is hard because I don't. I watch boxing for like fighters I like Shakur Stevenson. I'll watch his fight. Devin Haney, I'll watch him. I'll watch Garcia. I'll watch Tank Davis. I'll watch these guys just because they're the only really interesting things. But I can't tell you like who's the face or who's the heel in this situation. It's a little bit too hard. Just being honest with you, man. I can't even name it. Oh yeah, Jake Paul, but I consider him an entertainer. I don't even consider him a boxer like that. I feel he's more of an entertainer. I don't consider Jake Paul. His next fight's going to be interesting, man. Yeah, see, Canelo, maybe because I know people who just don't like Canelo, and that's why. Would you rather have Vince Russo or Jim Cornette take over WWE? Not that they ever would, just a simple would you rather game. Oh, probably Russo. Because even when Russo's bad, at least some of his ideas, they trend. Like Cornette will just he would have like boring storylines. He would be good for the heavyweights, Cornette, but Vince Russo would be good overall. At least there's entertainment. Like could you imagine like a WWE storyline? They have like a stupid something on the pole match. People would be that would be try. Vince Russo would be perfect for social media day of WWE, especially with social media. People would trend on Twitter. Like his stuff would trend on Twitter. So Tyson Fury, a lot of people like that I know that watch boxing hardcore don't like him because of how he treated Deontay Wilder. But yes, overall he would be a babyface. Yeah, no, I'm just talking like Yagan Keen. I know Hispanics that don't fuck with Canelo like that, and that's rare because Hispanics normally are super behind the fighters, and a lot of the Hispanics I know don't fuck with Canelo at all. So that's all I'm saying. Like, I know people I know love Canelo. People I know don't like him at all. That's all I'm trying to tell you. It's like they don't fucks with him. I don't know why. They just don't. They don't mess with that man. We're gonna be on for 10 more minutes, guys. These Sunday Q&As. It's late at night. I want you guys to enjoy your nights too. And also, I like to get a nice. I've been practicing more yoga, man. Yoga is very peaceful. My body, it's like I don't know if you guys have done yoga before or like consistently, but man, dude, when you get on like a nice stretch, your body starts to crave it, man. Like my body right now is saying, Chase, it's normally yoga time right now. Get ready to do the downward dog. Would you rather take a last ride or tombstone pile driver? Oh man, tombstone. The tombstone seems a little bit more safer. Like power bombs hurt, bro. Like you just go straight on your back, especially like uh, and Undertaker. He likes to lift them. Oh hell no. What would I do to save the UFC light heavyweight division? Man, the problem is like the top of the UFC light heavyweight division is just a bunch of guys that are old or have terrible records. Like Yuri Prohashka is perfect. Like he's your perfect champion. Like you can't dream of perfect champion. But then you have Glover Teixeira, Jan Blachowicz, freaking Anthony Smith. Like, oh my god, that's terrible. So you got to find a way to get rid of these guys. But also the problem is a lot of light heavyweights nowadays. We're not seeing like the years when the light heavyweight division was killing it. There was a bunch of athletes in the light heavyweight division like Shogun Rua, Rashad Evans. Just guys that like were like, I can't believe these guys move at this speed. It's like they're 205. What? These guys are light heavyweights. Like the speed that these guys used to have was incredible. Nowadays, it's just a bunch of slow plodding, like boring fighters. Like none of these fighters have the same like athleticism or technique, or like Dominic Reyes is like the only guy that I take up the old mold of the light heavyweight division, and he fits it. But even then, he suffered a couple bad losses too. So yeah, it's like one of those things, man. The light heavyweight division is just kind of now slow and prodding when it used to. I mean, they have Jamal Hill. Jamal Hill is coming up, so that's a good guy. That's a good step. But other than that, yeah. I do some help with it. I do some help with joints. Help me get over anger issues. That's cool with yoga. That's awesome. In the case of Vince retiring, I feel that he should be remembered for good things since he did while CEO, but at the same time being criticized for the bad things he did while being CEO. Like I've said before, yes, guys, I'm not gonna thank Vince McMahon. Why should I thank a guy? He almost ruined something I love. But why I will always acknowledge the dude's a pioneer. But I ain't gonna thank him. Why should I thank the dude? He almost made me stop watching this product. If it wasn't for the fact that I interact with people who watch wrestling on a usual basis, I probably wouldn't even be watching. Just being honest with you guys. Stretching is amazing, makes the bones feel relaxed and not stiff. Yeah, here's the thing. A lot of people will ask, like, especially when it comes to like when they want to start a weight loss journey or they want to start, training. I always tell people, if you want to start a weight loss journey and want to start training, these are the two things you need to do. And then those two things will build up the other healthier habits: stretching and walking. Once you add walking to your daily routine, once you add stretching to your daily routine, then it starts getting you saying, okay, I want to try something else. Like I tell people, man, like a lot of times the problem is people dive straight into like the working out stuff, and then they get upset when they like are sore, they're tired, they're more hungry, because once you start working out, you're pretty much you're raising your metabolism. So when you raise your metabolism, you're going to need more calories to fuel the body, and you might be on a low calorie diet. It's one of those things that I tell people, man. Just start off by stretching and walking first, and you'll see differences. You'll see dividends when you start doing that. And it might not be building the six pack or the muscles, but you're at least losing some weight right here. I'm hyped for Chiamed versus Nate Diaz, but I already know who's winning. Yeah, no, John Jones killed it, man. How long do you think Pritchard lasts as head of creative? Man, dude, I feel like he's going to last longer than he should. If I were Stephanie or Vince, Stephanie and Nick Khan, I'd give him a month, figure out what you want to do there, set us up for the next month, and then sayonara. But I feel like, with Pritchard, it'll be one of those things where it'll be longer than a month. It'll stay longer than he needs to, and he might be there probably for the next 6 months, in my personal opinion. Vince McMahon drove away casual fans from wrestling. A lot of other things too, not just Vince. I just think a lot of people outgrew wrestling. I think the thing with wrestling is that there comes a time in your life where you outgrow it and you stop watching. I've stopped watching from time to time, and I would keep up because of Mania or that or the other. So yeah. Do you see Stephanie and Nick Khan butting heads as CEO? No, I don't think so. I think Stephanie and Nick Khan will have a good relationship. Nick Khan will focus more on the behind the scenes type of stuff, like that. Stephanie will focus more on the product stuff. So I feel like it's going to be a good working relationship, in my opinion. SummerSlam predictions? Yeah, we can do some quick predictions for SummerSlam. Let me pull up the card. I can see the card for myself. The Summerfest, WWE SummerSlam. By the way, guys, I'll be in attendance for SummerSlam. I'll be at Nashville, Tennessee. If you guys did not know, so that should be some fun stuff. Let me go ahead. I think they might not add what's it called? I don't think they're gonna add any more matches. If they do, it's probably like either Gunther versus Shinsuke or Drew versus Sheamus. Like somehow they'll extend that so that way it's on the pay-per-view. So SummerSlam 2022, Logan Paul versus The Miz. I'm surprised AJ Styles or Ciampa are not somehow in this match. I feel AJ Styles should be in this match, but I think Logan Paul wins this one, sadly. Bianca Belair versus Becky Lynch. My good friend SP3, I feel like he's been saying it, and I'm with him on this one. He keeps saying Bianca Belair needs to just squash Becky Lynch here. I think that should be the case. I think she should probably beat her in like 29 seconds. To be honest, Bianca Belair and Becky did an instant classic at WrestleMania. Let's keep it that way. Let's just have a quick match here, and I feel like it would benefit. Riddle versus Seth freaking Rollins, I think will be a really good match, but I got Seth freaking Rollins winning here. Seth kind of needs a good pay-per-view win. Riddle can't even challenge for the Universal title, so there's no point why he should win. Liv Morgan versus Ronda Rousey. A lot of people are saying that Charlotte comes and cost Rousey the belt here. Liv Morgan, I feel like should benefit for a title win, but I think this is time where you get heel Ronda, and and sadly Liv Morgan gets Nikki Ashed in this situation. Do Usos versus Street Profits with Jeff Jarrett as the special guest referee. I really have the Street Profits winning here. I think they should win here. I think should be the start of the Bloodline having their downfall. This is where the Bloodline starts losing a little bit of power, and this is where we get to see a more desperate, more angrier Roman Reigns. I feel like that's a good Roman Reigns, when he's desperate and he's angry, not Roman Reigns when he's like in control. It's just kind of boring at this point. So give me the Street Profits here. I think this will be the match of the night, and I feel like the crowd's going to be super hot for this one. Lashley versus Theory. It's whatever at this point. I feel Lashley should retain, but I think they want to give Theory a win so that way they hype up the fact that, he could possibly cash in his Money in the Bank later in the night. Pat McAfee versus Happy Corbin. Should be a fun match. I think Corbin's one of the most underrated talents in the roster. I think him working with McAfee is going to be a good spot. This is actually a long-term feud if you think about it. I mean, they built this up. They built this up with Pat McAfee. He's the one that called Baron Corbin a bum ass. He called him bum ass Baron Corbin pretty easily. So for me, this is like a big matchup. Actually makes sense. But I think McAfee will most likely win here, and the crowd will be hot for this match because McAfee's great. Reigns versus Lesnar. I think that this is going to be a fun one. I'm not really looking too excited for it, but whether it's TV-14 or PG, this might be Brock Lesnar's last match. I think Roman Reigns wins and retains, but Brock Lesnar could. I never count out Brock in these situations. He's kind of known to be the one that like cost Roman Reigns a lot of things. So yeah, Roman Reigns can win here. So yep. All right, let's see what here. 20 WWE years of Rey Mysterio. Fave Rey moment / match. Oh, so my favorite Rey Mysterio moment. Oh man, there's a lot of great moments for Rey Mysterio. I think him winning the World Heavyweight Championship at WrestleMania 22 was awesome for me because like I was so used to Rey just being a cruiserweight, and I didn't think they would ever put the belt on him like that. So Rey Mysterio winning the World Heavyweight Championship. As for Rey Mysterio matches, it's actually a match he lost. It's the I Quit match versus Chavo Guerrero on SmackDown in like 2007 or 6. I can't remember off the top of my head. Yeah, 2007. It was 2007. It was before Cyber Sunday. That's my favorite Rey Mysterio match ever. It was so good. I was there live for it. It's something that plays in my head randomly. I'll have random dreams about it. The sad thing is, the only way I think that could realistically get the title from is for Lesnar to beat him up and Theory cash in on him. Oh God, Ronda needs to turn heel. What race is Chase Oliver? My skin color is white, but I'm Dutch Indonesian. I'm white, so I'm white, but I'm also European Asian. Yeah, like the thing with my Asianness, you can't really tell. It's like when you see me in person, you kind of see it in the eyes, but on YouTube, I'm just a basic white guy. Yeah, that's crazy. That's been over a year since the IC title has been defended on TV. That's crazy, if you ask me. Thoughts on Gresham leaving ROH? I talked about it. I'm on Team Gresham. He was loyal to this company. The company wasn't loyal to him, and that's how it went down. All right, some UFC predictions. Let's see. What is it? UFC 260. God damn, what is this number? 268? UFC 268? No, 269. I believe 269. Pena versus Nunez. Oh, that was. Oh man, I'm way off. My numbers are off. 27 something. God damn, 274? No, 275. UFC 275. Let's see. Wow, I'm so off on my numbers. Jesus. I'm a casual now. This should be 277. Yeah, UFC 277. Pena versus Nunez 2 for the UFC Women's Bantamweight Championship. Anthony Smith takes on Magomed Ankalaev. I think Magomed Ankalaev should win this fight pretty easily. Alexander Pantoja versus Alex Perez. I like Alex Perez, but I think Pantoja is going to win this fight. Derek Lewis makes his return, and he's taking on Sergey Pavlovich. Now, this is in Texas, and Derek Lewis, for whatever reason, he likes to lose in Texas. So I got Sergey Pavlovich, but Derek Lewis should have a big bounce back win here. But I got Pavlovich. Brandon Moreno versus Kakara France for the interim flyweight championship. I got Brandon Moreno winning. I know Kakara France has been on a roll, but I got them winning. And Juliana Pena versus Amanda Nunes. And Amanda Nunes will regain that UFC championship. So, yeah. Did you know it's been over a year since the IC title has been defended on pay-per-view? Yep. I think I already read that one. Brock Lesnar has done everything in WWE, plus the story arc is over after he split with Heyman. All right. Guys, thank you so much. I know I see more questions, but I do have to head out because I got to go do my yoga. But thank you guys for tuning in to this Sunday night Q&A. I'll probably do another one. I'll probably do one more video, like one more stream before I leave for Nashville. So Tuesday, most likely, I'll try to do a stream for you guys. So I'll stay on a little bit longer for that stream. And then you guys won't see me for a good minute as I enjoy Nashville. So thank you guys so much. You guys have a good rest of your night. Enjoy it. Peace.